Good morning, guys. I hope you're having a great day. And make sure you guys visit Spot Gamma for certain terms. If you need to, they have everything. Even me myself, I have to read terms over and over sometimes, right? Some things because it gets confusing sometimes, right? Obviously, even though I know them, but I still like to refresh my mind. So they do have a glossary. If you go here on resources, free resources, Spot Gamma Glossary, they have everything, any question you need to ask. All right. Um, that's if you believe in Spot Gamma. But some of you guys, I think, you guys lack understanding of Spot Gamma or what it exactly means. Number one, Spot Gamma is not bullish or bearish. You guys need to understand that. Spot Gamma, they just give you data and that's it. It's all data, and then it's up to you how you make out of it. Many of you guys think that they're trying to tell you what the market is going to do, right? Yes, they make certain comments about short covering or the downside. Those are based on the data on options flow and whatnot. All right. And then you have to make out of those when the market is live and what's happening with it. Okay. So understand that one thing first. Many people, even people who've been trading for a long time, fail to understand Spot Gamma, and then they try to look for like hints from there. All right. It's data that needs to be understood, and then based on your knowledge of the understanding, you put that to work. All right. And I don't have my levels on today. I need to update these. But right now, pre-market, we are down. I'm just gonna go on the daily chart, right? Get rid of everything. Get rid of all my indicators, everything I have. Why can't I hide this? Okay. So one thing, pre-market, this chart looks super bullish. All right. There's nothing more bullish than when a setup like this happens. Okay. This is super bullish, but the market that we are in right now, you need to understand that none of these candlesticks are loyal. They're simply just not loyal, right? That's one thing that you guys have to learn. In an uptrend, is different, but that's a big move that happened from 3,800 almost towards 4,200 now. The question here is, now I'm not being bearish or bullish. Understand the one thing, okay? My point here is anything you hold overnight is nothing but a gamble unless you buy enough time on it or you're playing it safe. Okay, these are my views on it. Okay, and so first thing here, I'm gonna write some notes. Number one, we're stuck in between this 4,000 and the $4,200 range. All right, we're stuck right here between the 4,000 and 4,200 range. And then we do have June 15th, also in pre-market, you can get these. We have the VIX expiration, and then June 17th, we have the monthly OPEX and also quad at the same time. So it's quad, so everything's all together. Right? All four options expire at the same time. And then 4,300 happens to be the major upside if we can get through 4,150 and hold property and actually make our way towards 4,200 and so on. So 4,300 is there, all right? But at the same time, we do have a major support at the 4,000 level if we visit there. And this is risk under 4,100. So under 4,100, they can build up the negative gamma, and then we can possibly have a fast move towards 4,000. But can they hold it under 4,100? Yes, they can hold it at 4,090, 4,085, 4,095. Right, so they can hold it there and not go to 4,000. But if there is weakness, that's something you're gonna have to spot it live. If it happens, you'll see it. You'll see the bear flag, and the move to 4,000 can be fast. And even if you catch 70 points, even if you catch the short at 40.70, that's 70 points towards 4,000. And so you wait for the confirmations. We watch the flow. And right now our call wall is at 4,200. Right, so if this shifts higher in the coming days or next week, if this goes to let's say 4,400, then it's likely that we go higher, right? Then we see that okay, that there's demand, and we can go towards the upside, right? And so these are some points from Spot Gamma. These are not my points; they're Spot Gamma, something I read. Now, is this bullish or bearish? No, this is just simply data, and now you gotta look at the flows option and make it out on your own, right? They've given you a plan, a map. It's up to you how you guide yourself to it. All right, so that's where it is. It's simple. And so for now, if I was just to analyze this chart, right? So let me go zoom out. Right now we are at a resistance point, and I told you guys around 4,100, we're likely to kill vol. Yesterday was a nice little green volatile day to the upside, which was good. But we are stuck in this very hard resistance zone to the upside now, which happens to be roughly 4,150 towards 4,200 and so on. And this is the target that I'm targeting. If we can get around this zone, this is where I want to put on my shorts. This will be a very good resistance point, I think, and this is where I want to swing some shorts maybe a month or 2 months out. So I'm patiently waiting and sitting, okay? If you caught this rally, great. I also wanted to catch this rally. My targets were a bit lower. I did not get there, that's fine, but I'm not also going to chase. So that's me and my patience, and I hope one day you will develop that. It will help you, trust me. That's something you can ask me. Patience will help you. If you don't make money, at least you will not lose money, which is very important. All right. Some of you guys that made money on this rally while I missed it, you're probably going to give it back by doing something stupid here, and I will still be up more than you, even though placing less trades or no trades. All right. And so let's see how that goes. And we have some news today from one of the most popular stocks, Tesla. Now, I don't know if this article is true or not. You guys might have seen it, but there's something going around regarding their hiring and cutting 10,000 jobs. HK did post in premium chat just for clarification, so make sure you guys read that. I don't know if the article is confirmed yet or not, but I can only tell you one thing, that Tesla should not take the lows of yesterday. If this takes the lows of yesterday, we're likely going under 700. All right, or maybe 700 is a likely visit, and then we see at 700 what happens. It can easily hold and go up. Don't forget what Microsoft did yesterday. After such negative news, Microsoft on the dip, it completely ripped up. So can Tesla do the same today? It's absolutely possible. All right, so don't count that factor out. But let's see how the market reacts. The entire market, I do see it red pre-market. And on Tesla, one thing that I do want to cover, that I bought the put spreads on it. The reason I bought put spreads for June 17th, right, instead of buying naked puts, because naked puts were way too expensive. They were very expensive. So I decided to finance my 720 puts, right? So I bought the 720 and 700 puts for roughly around, I think they were $6.80, I believe. I paid a little bit more for them for the fills, so that's fine. And the max profits here are 20 bucks, which is still not bad. This is almost what, 200% on top, right? So I can still make 200%, but my target here is only about $10. And let's see if Tesla dips towards 710, 705 today. I might get filled for 10 and I'll be out right away. I'm not looking for max profits on this, just 40%, 50%, and I'll take it. All right. Eventually the time will come where I will be putting butterflies on and whatnot, where 1,000%, 2,000% happens. But right now, I just don't think it's the time. Okay. With the high volatility, because options are expensive, then those butterflies also cost a lot of money. Okay, so that's why I'm patient with the other strategies. When the time comes, I will place them. All right. So let's see what Tesla does, but be open-minded, right? We can definitely rip up today, even though it's opening here. We can absolutely have a huge green candle. But if the article widens and it is true, and then Musk also confirms it, that there's a good chance that we might even dip further down. Okay, because my outlook for the coming months is towards the downside. I'll be honest, but again, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I have no idea what the next candle is going to be. So. But I just know one thing, whatever I believe in, I can manage well, I can act accordingly. Okay, and yesterday I had a DM regarding the $500 position. Keep learning, I think you bought this position. So basically what I mean is, if it's your first options trade and you're placing this trade, $500 is a huge position for options, because this can go to zero like this. So to play the $500 options trade, basically what I meant to say was, I hope you have 20K in cash at least, right? If you use 20% in cash, this is how big of this position is it, right? This is still a huge position, right? This will be, I think, a 2.5% position, if I'm not wrong, of your entire account. That's huge. So you're risking 2.5% on your account. I think 500 is 2.5%, if I'm not wrong. Yes, it is true. Yeah, it's 2.5%. Right? So managing is must. Let's say this position goes to zero. You're now at 19,500, right? And now the next position also goes to, let's say zero in options you're playing. That's basically here. Are you comfortable having 19,500 cash in your account? The point here is, some people will not even go with 500. They'll go with 2,000. Oh, it's okay, it's gone to zero. I'll be at 18,000. But you don't realize, to bring this back to 20,000 now, you need to make money on your account, right? It's no longer 2.5%. You need to make more than 2.5% to bring this to $20,000 cash. So basically, to bring it back to 20K, if I was to do the calculations here, how much you have to do now, right? So 19,500 times 1.03, roughly. So to bring it back to 20K, it has to be more than 2.5% now, right? So just do that math, and that's what basically I meant, because if you're listening, right? Managing is must. right? I go into a lot more details. I've done sessions, and if you're in our premium chat, so please do go through them. They're very valuable. Andrew, good morning. I see you. I'm just recording this early, so I can focus on my stuff after, because just before the market it gets a little crazy, right? But for managing is must. I go into a lot more details in my sessions. So guys, please do watch them. They're very helpful. I spend a lot of time on them. And next Monday we have our next MSL series lessons. So we'll work on vertical put spreads maybe this time. Last time we did call spreads, so we're doing one by one. All right. So I'm gonna go into more advanced as the months come, and just manage well. That's all. Let's see what happens today. I have no idea. I don't want to be because I'm open to either side. The only thing I can say on NDX is Swaggy P made a comment that we better not lose these lows of yesterday, right? And he's a very good futures trader. We better not lose these lows, okay? These lows must not be lost, all right? If these are lost, then we open our doors towards 12,200, and then we see what happens, okay? God bless, man. We'll see you guys back in the chat.